The Sports Nightly Ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. Now for some Nebraska Athletics news from this weekend. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central, the 3-0 Husker men's basketball team will take on the 2-1 Oklahoma Sooners in Sioux Falls, with Nebraska coming off of a 69-50 win against Maryland Eastern Shore. The Huskers are looking to rebound from an off night from 3 and move to 4-0. Also tomorrow, the number 2 ranked Husker wrestling team travels to Tulsa for the national duels and will face number 8 Lehigh in the opening round at 11 a.m. Central. The Huskers and Mountain Hawks are tied 4-4 in the all-time series, with the Big Red having the most recent victory. Later tonight at 9, the number 1 Husker volleyball team plays UCLA for the first game of their California road trip, looking for their 25th straight win of the season and 16th consecutive sweep. Our very own John Baylor and Lauren Cook-West will be on the call here on the Huskers Radio Network for pregame shortly after Sports Nightly's conclusion. The Sports Ticker was brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, the retirement compass. Visit StonebridgeIWM.com. Hour 1 of Sports Nightly coming up next.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who remind you to buckle up and put the phone down.
Lindenmeyer, the motion man, settles in the trips right. Hunter wide left. Snap. Latif back to pass. Loads a screen left. Akrs of space. Johnson 45 to midfield. Blockers out in front. 45-40. Left sideline to the 30. Breaks a tackle. Tiptoes the boundary. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Huskers. Oh, that was incredible. Well, there comes the Huskers back middle by T-Sigler, block back, great cover by Laney. Left side, Q by Harper Murray off the block and out. Laney rescued that one as the block back was going behind her. She leaped away from the net and punched it to a teammate. 16-10.
Kendall Blue with the ball, leaves his feet, passes across the timeline. Long three, Asijan got it! Man, that was beyond an NBA three.
Williams to initiate, looking, high lob, caught by Bojan, right elbow, pushes it at the basket, it goes in! Off the assist from Kennedy Williams to end the half. Petra's got 5 and the Huskers with a big blowout lead.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks, on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome in to a Friday night edition of Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody, and what an absolutely gorgeous, fantastic, beautiful day.
Wow, that's a lot of adjectives.
I know.
There.
That was unbelievable.
This
outside.
is what Greg Sharp used to say, a Chamber of Commerce day, right?
And to get it in November, mid-November.
I was driving past one of the signs today, like one of the banks that, will have the time and temperature. It's at 78 degrees. I said, what planet am I on here?
I
good.
looked at it when I was walking. So I assumed it was going to be a little bit chilly, and then I had on like a sweatshirt and leggings to walk sunny this morning. I'm like, I do not need. I can wear shorts and a t-shirt today.
It's amazing. If we could bottle this up 365 days a year, get rid of the heat of summer, the real bitter cold of January, February. If we could just take today and bottle it up for 365 days, sign me up.
I would even be okay with if we just could get one of these every single month to tide us over.
I'm greedy. I want every single day of the year. This is perfect. I mean, it's the sun is out, the birds are chirping, there's leaves on the ground, so you still kind of feels like fall, but this is different here. This is what it's all about.
I think it's supposed to get a little chilly. Have we looked at the early weather forecast for Happy Valley?
Next week isn't great. Now, we're talking Happy Valley. I've not looked at that. I know next week here in Lincoln, it's going to dip considerably here. So we're going to get the coats out. I've already gone on my shopping spree for some winter clothing. So we've taken care of that. But looking ahead to what's at Penn State, we're going to have to look that up because I don't know exactly what I'm looking up here.
Well, what's on the agenda for the weekend?
For me, it is watching football. By the way, it's 44 degrees right now at Penn State.
Right now.
It is going to be 51 degrees and raining. And so you'll be on the sideline enjoying that. Ben told me a story when last time they were at Penn State years ago. It was pouring rain. It was freezing. And he found the only dry spot on the field. So that's where he stood. And then there was a play that happened. It was a touchdown that happened on the very far side, far end zone. And Greg, knowing that Ben was staying dry somewhere on the complete opposite side, Greg would send it down to Ben when he was doing sideline, saying, "Ben, what did you see there?" And Greg would just chuckle because Ben couldn't see a thing. He was so far away trying to stay dry. But that was a little story we got from Penn State yesterday from Ben. But this weekend for me, ESPN app, because we still have not collided as one here, ESPN YouTube TV.
Yeah, which has been a problem for a lot of people around
here. The government shutdown's done, right? So this is the next thing that has to get done.
Yeah, I know Coach Rule, Damon, a lot of folks are tied into that and are not happy about it.
It's not great, but I'll still have the opportunity. It'll be a quad box Saturday. You'll have the noon games going, the 3:30s, the 2:30s here, and then we'll have the late night games. So it's going to be we went through the picks. We'll go through the picks here later and talk about some of our picks this week. But for me, it's a good week of football. SEC, Big Ten. I think we got a pretty good slate.
All right, so Kyle just mentioned it. Hour number 2, we'll have our weekly picks. Even though the Huskers aren't playing, we still do our picks. We also have the Blitz, so get you set for some of those games. Camden and company will be back again here tonight, just a few minutes. We're also going to hear from the Sideline Slice. We don't take bye weeks. Sirles and I, the big dog, we do a slice every single week. So, except for, I guess, when he's hunting, we do have to take off.
So I guess you do take off.
But this week we did a bye-week edition of the slice, so we're going to play a portion of that here coming in just a few minutes. But we've talked about it all week. This week has been about Emmett Johnson and the Heisman conversation. I'll be interested to see tomorrow when you talk about watching football and when there's points in a lot of different games and they'll pop up graphics like, oh, college football playoff or Heisman talk and the analyst or whoever might say who's in their list or whatever. And then also all the pregame shows, the Fox Big Noon Kickoff, College Game Day. I'll be interested to see how if Emmett Johnson enters the conversation this weekend in some of these kind of marquee games and some of the talks that are happening this weekend when the Huskers are off.
I think he's already the fan vote they do for the Heisman. He's second because of
which I'll tell you,
he wasn't even there last week, right?
So we started having these conversations beginning of the week, and Dylan Raiola was ahead of Emmett when this whole push started. And there's this thing, Kyle, I'm sure you've learned this, but Nebraska doesn't lose Twitter polls.
No, they don't.
They don't lose fan votes. And so the fact that from the beginning of this week, Emmett was not really even on the list of when the Heisman voting, they break it down on their website and they have like the rankings of who got the fan votes. Emmett wasn't even on that. I mean, you could vote for him, but he wasn't on the leaderboard. So the fact that he's jumped that high goes to show you that Husker Nation has certainly done their part this week.
It's wild. He's second right now in that.
And I'm telling you, Dylan was like 45 at the time.
Yeah. Credit to Husker Nation, but I think credit to the digital staff, the football staff I think because of Nebraska's efforts on social media, I think it's going to have a legitimate impact where his name's going to be mentioned more. Just because it's been thrown at you, and for good reason. There's a method behind the madness, right? It's gotten his name out there, and I think when it comes to the pregame shows, whether it's you're watching Game Day tomorrow morning or it's Big Noon on Fox, people are starting to realize, Emmett played on Fox last week, so if there's any correlation between networks and attention, then that should find a way to get Emmett's name at least on that pregame show. These next 2 weeks are going to be crucial. I think, he'll be talked about a little bit more. But if he starts to do what he's done, runs for 130, 140 yards against Penn State, and then you run for 100-plus against Iowa, again, he's probably not going to win the award, right?
Right.
Probably because he's coming from a long way, right?
But he
can
has
get there.
A legit shot to win the Doak and to be an All-American.
Yeah, there's more to it.
And I think he could at least be in New York.
I think that's what we're fighting for more than anything.
That's still a chance. I still think that's an opportunity for him to at least be a finalist.
If you have what he's been doing, what he's trending to do, if he does it against Penn State and Iowa over the next 2 weeks in pretty visible games, especially Iowa, that'll be the Friday after Thanksgiving, so that'll be a prime marquee spot. You'll be on CBS. A lot of people will be watching that game. There's a very good chance that he could find his way in that ceremony. But like you said, the Maxwell Award, Doak Walker, those are some things now that he's truly fighting to be crowned as the best running back in the country. Yeah. I think there's a legitimate case for that.
And a lot of people, whether they watch or not, a lot of people put a lot of stake on what those stats are, and especially with Emmett being in the Big Ten and being the Big Ten's leading rusher, I think he's probably going to get a lot of nods from folks just knowing what he's done statistically in the Big Ten Conference. Yeah,
he's leading right now in a lot of different things within the Big Ten. Justice Haynes, who came here with Michigan, he's been banged up, so he hasn't been able to play. But the numbers that he's putting up, best yards from scrimmage, that's in the country. Second most total rush yards. Second most. You see what he's done as a receiver out of the backfield. He's going to break Nebraska records in terms of receptions for a running. He's in second place right now. He's got, I think, 82. He'll probably fall short of the record if he doesn't leave here. If he has another season, he could break that record. I think Marlon Lucky's in first place with the receptions record for a running back, but he's fifth in the country rushing yards per game, tied for fourth in total touchdowns. So he's top 2, top 4, top 5 in all of these major statistical categories. If that doesn't scream to you one of the best, if not top 3 running backs in the country, I don't know what does.
Good stuff. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Got to get to a break. When we come back, going to hear a portion of this week's Sideline Slice presented by Valentino's Pizza. The big dog, Jeremiah Sirles, getting a heavy dose of Jeremiah Sirles tonight, both with the picks, and we're going to play a portion of the slice coming up next. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
A little more slack.
Plug it in.
Whoever said work smarter, not harder, didn't realize you could do both.
Get 0.9% plus $32.50 cash on F-150 or lease F-150 for $4.99 a month and 0 down.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
At Central Valley Ag, starting calves strong means setting up your success. Purina Stress Care 5 with RX3 immune support technology is now available. Help your herd thrive with proven performance you can count on. Right now, when you buy 2 tons or more, you'll get a free mug, limit 1 per purchaser. Start them strong. Harness the benefits. Learn more at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
And now, introducing the starting lineup of your Nebraska Huskers. Starring Allo Fiber. At number 1, Allo Internet. At number 2, no satellite dish required. DirecTV through Allo. And at number 3, Allo Mobile. Allo Fiber, the official internet, TV, and mobile partner of Husker Nation. Level up your game and go to allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
At Woodhouse, it's more than just buying a car. It's about the experience. Our team is dedicated to making every visit seamless, enjoyable, and personalized to your needs. Explore a wide selection of vehicles, from SUVs and sedans to trucks and luxury models, all backed by expert guidance and exceptional service. Whether it's your first car or your next upgrade, discover why generations of drivers trust Woodhouse for a truly memorable experience. Visit us at woodhouse.com today.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
If you believe the destination is the journey, you'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. It gives you the confidence of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus a 180 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. The 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek. Visit Duteau Subaru, located at 2750 Jamie Lane in Lincoln, and online at duteausubaru.com. Duteau Subaru, driven by you.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your foundation and damaging your home. Cracks in walls and uneven floors are just a few signs your foundation is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns: a free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at groundworks.com. License number C142293.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
Since 1975, Woodhouse has proudly served our customers and communities. From one dealership to over 21 dealerships across Nebraska and Iowa, our promise remains the same: a wide selection of vehicles, trusted service, and financing that fits your life. We believe in honest people, fair prices, and relationships built to last. Because it's not just about the road ahead, it's about traveling it together. Start your journey at woodhouse.com.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Akrs, solutions for every field. Well, just because it was the bye week doesn't mean we did not have a episode of the Sideline Slice presented by Valentino's Pizza. Jeremiah Sirles and I we dove into even more of the Heisman conversation with Emmett Johnson, how much he's seen him grow, but also recap the UCLA win, what Sirles has seen out of the offensive line, and what's really been working for those guys the last couple of weeks. But always good stuff, and I know he's counting on Kyle to be hunting this weekend, but we're going to play a portion of that conversation here tonight. Here is Jeremiah Sirles as a part of this week's Sideline Slice. Emmett Johnson once again was a superstar, and now his name is all over the country. The Heisman push is officially underway. Announced yesterday afternoon. The logos, the graphics are sweet. But, you know, that was a big part of TJ's success, is being able to get the ball to Emmett, and Emmett doing his thing. And in a large part to what the offensive line did up front. It was a complete team effort, but Emmett Johnson was a superstar on Saturday night in L.A.
He's been a superstar for 3 weeks.
For sure.
I mean, the guy has been fantastic. And I think, you know, looking back even 3 weeks ago, Dana Holgerson and crew went, hey, if we want to win, this dude's got to touch the ball 28 to 30 times a game. And that's okay. Like, it's okay to go, the focal point of this offense is the running back. And I know a lot is talked about the quarterback, rightfully so. You have to have a great quarterback to win in this league. But overall, I think you're looking and go, hey, it's okay to be a run-first team in the Big Ten. A lot of teams have won a lot of Big Ten championships being a run-first team in the Big Ten and physically controlling the clock, controlling the tempo, controlling the physicality of the team. And I think the offensive line really ever since Minnesota has embodied that. I think they've embodied that they want to run the football first. They want to be physical. Obviously, no offensive lineman wants to pass block 50 times a game. It's a death sentence. You want to be able to run the football. And to have a running back like Emmett who can make holes, and he's really great with the jump cuts, and the vision has gotten so much better since week 1 to where we are now. He is becoming a complete back. He's becoming a guy that I'm sure the NFL is taking notes on. I mean, as much as I would love for him to come back and be a Husker next year, I don't know if the NFL is going to allow that to happen for him. But overall, he has been such a bright piece of this offense, bright piece of the Big Ten, and just an ultimate football player to get to watch on tape.
And look, I know the Heisman talk is, everybody in Husker Nation going to get behind it and sing it from the rooftops. That might be a little bit more challenging because, a lot of times it is going to one of the best team, the best players on one of the best teams in the country. You never know from year to year, but certainly the best running back, the Doak, could very well, if Emmett keeps it up for 2 more games, that very well could be coming back to Lincoln, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think he has a great case for that because it is right. He's not just a one-trick pony, right? It's not just he's running. He can catch the football, and he's great in space, and he's gotten better in pass protection. He's just continued to be a complete back. And that's what you want to be one of the best backs in the country. You can't just be, well, he's a great runner, or he is a great pass catcher, or he's a great route runner. Like, you have to be a complete back. And when you talk about Emmett Johnson, what he means for this offense specifically, when I start talking about Heisman type awards or the Doak Award, or if you're talking about the pinnacle MVP type stuff, my number one thing that I always look at is what would this team be or this offense be without that piece? Mm-hmm. And that's a scary thought as a Husker fan right now, right? Like, what would this offense be if Emmett Johnson fell off the face of the earth? Probably not great, right? Probably not as effective as we've been able to be running the football. And so that's when I think you vault yourself into those categories of Heisman and Doak, as you go, hey, he is the MVP of that football team. If you take him off that football team, the offense might really sputter and struggle. That's where you start to go, okay, that's the award finalist. That's the guy we want to give that award to.
Look, and Emmett's quick to point to the teammates, and it's, I know it's a team thing too. How encouraging is it that we have a player in these kinds of conversations in November for just, it's been a conversation all year long about the trajectory moving forward and the improvements under Coach Rule, but it's saying something that you've got a player in these kinds of conversations in November, right?
Absolutely. It shows for development. It shows that he wasn't the highest recruited player in the country. He wasn't a 5-star. He wasn't a Saquon Barkley that came in as the number 1 running back and then did number 1 running back things. He's just stayed the process, and he's gotten better, and he's gotten bigger, and he's gotten faster, and he's gotten stronger, and he's taken coaching, and he's just grown as a human being and as a player that's helped him become the better running back of this team. And so you talk about that as a recruit, and you're looking at that and you're going, well, he did it. Why can't I do it? Right. And obviously everyone wants to recruit the Saquon Barkleys, and you want those guys in, don't get me wrong. But when you're battling for that next tier of high school recruit or transfer portal recruit and saying, hey, we know how to develop running backs. We know how to build them in-house. We know how to build them so that you can go become the Doak Walker Award winner. That is a very enticing thing for all positions, not just the running back spot.
Okay, so last thing, because I again, we're making the push here, right? We're doing our part as a part of the Heisman campaign and just this overall campaign. All-American, potential All-American. I mean, there's just a lot of things that are potentially on the table for Emmett that this program has not been able to have in quite some time. If, you're talking, because I think another part to that point that you just made is that he didn't come into the season as a part of like the preseason watch lists and all that. And Nebraska wasn't a team that was big time on the radar as far as like a top 10 team, all of that kind of stuff. But what would be your pitch to somebody who's thinking about and trying to do their research why Emmett Johnson deserves to get a nod on some of these things?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is everything I just talked about, where if you turn on the tape, right, and you look at and again, I don't want this to be a shot at guys like Mosey and Nelson or Quentin Ives. Like, I don't take this as a shot to them, but take it as when Emmett Johnson's out of the game and we hand the ball off to those guys, how different does it feel, right? From just an overall perspective of, wow, how special is that guy? right? How special is that human being that he can actually make this thing go and create things out of nothing, and chicken salad out of chicken, right? Like that's the saying. And so many times he can just create things that seem like they're not there. And then when they are there, he makes them explosive. And that's the difference between an elite level running back and a development level running back, which Nelson and Mosey and Ives like are developmental level running backs that we hope can build into that. But when you see that drastic drop off from Emmett Johnson to the rest, it just shows you he's in a category of his own. And then you watch backs around the country and you start comparing him to Emmett Johnson. You're going, Emmett Johnson's better than those guys too. And so you just keep going down the list, and eventually you come back to the status quo of Emmett Johnson's one of the best running backs in the country. And so that's what you have to compare it to, and that's what you have to continue to look at it for. And I think if you can objectively look at it from a numbers perspective, from a contribution perspective, and an overall just how well he's playing, it's not really that hard of an argument.
Okay, well, mic drop. Let's just end the episode right there. I'm going to clip off that and put it in.
Hey, listen, I'll do my part, man. I'm team EJ all the way.
Okay, all right. So we got that taken care of. Wanted to again give that a platform here on this podcast. But let's go back to UCLA. What did you think of TJ Lateef and just the way he was able to handle the moment and the way that guys rallied around him too?
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't have played better. And I think that's a very easy thing to say. I mean, he only incompleted 2 passes, one of which was a drop. The other one was just a slight overthrow. But he operated in the Dana Holgorsen system. And this is what we talked about on this show last week, where everyone was asking, well, what happened against USC? Why couldn't he operate? Why couldn't he go things? Because Dylan Raiola and the TJ Lateef are 2 completely different skill set players. And so you can't game plan for both, right? You have the game plan for who the starter is that week. And I thought Dana Holgorsen put together a brilliant game plan for TJ Lateef. It was high percentage throws. It was slants. It was screens. It was play actions. It was rolling the pocket. He didn't ask him to sit back there in a 7-step drop and let these route concepts develop and try and deliver it into a tight window like he would ask Dylan to do. He allowed him to use his legs, and he allowed him to put himself in position to win and to move the sticks. And then obviously the offensive line did a great job of keeping him upright, not letting him get hit. Like I watched them do to Nico over and over and over again, right? Like I just felt like overall you felt a different vibe from this offense because the other 10 guys knew they had to elevate TJ Lateef. They knew they had to play better to help him have his best game. And hopefully we can continue that momentum into the bye week here, and then obviously take it with us into a very talented Penn State team.
Again, Jeremiah Sirles at the Sideline Slice, presented by Valentino's Pizza, the official pizza of the Huskers. You can listen to that full conversation. It's out now on our podcast platforms, on our YouTube channel as well, to listen to that full conversation. Again, it's always, it was funny, Kyle. I was telling Josh, I was like, I thought maybe, at the bye week, I'll shoot for like 20 minutes, but it never fails. We always are right at 30 every single week.
When the big dog barks, he barks. And sometimes it takes him a while to get off of his throne. But I love listening to Sirles talk football.
Yeah.
We go after it sometimes when it comes to the picks, but boy, there's nobody I love listening to more.
Well, and just his perspective, the offensive line, especially this year, and then especially, he's blocked for some good running backs at both in Nebraska and at the NFL level. And so just his perspective also of Emmett's growth and the way that he can, the way that Emmett has hit the holes, and the trio, which you've also been very complimentary of inside with Henry, Rocco, and Justin, like those guys, they're I don't know, they've been really working well together and have provided for a lot of the stats that Emmett has got. I know Emmett does a lot of making stuff out of nothing, but the initial holes the lanes that are opened up for him, he's got a lot of thanks to those 3 guys in the middle.
Yeah, it's a unique perspective that sometimes we don't get enough of in media. Like I talked to Donovan Raiola this week with the Coaches Show, but most times when it's television or radio, it's the quarterback, it's the running back, it's the wide receivers, it's the guys that stuff stat sheets that used to play. So sometimes in what is considered a line of scrimmage league in the Big Ten, it's good to hear from some of the big guys every once in a while.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Got to step aside for a break. When we come back, Camden and Company brings you the bye week edition of the Blitz to get you set for this weekend's slate of college football games. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
At Woodhouse, it's more than just buying a car. It's about the experience. Our team is dedicated to making every visit seamless, enjoyable, and personalized to your needs. Explore a wide selection of vehicles, from SUVs and sedans to trucks and luxury models, all backed by expert guidance and exceptional service. Whether it's your first car or your next upgrade, discover why generations of drivers trust Woodhouse for a truly memorable experience. Visit us at woodhouse.com today.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to goodrx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first, before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Here at Boot Barn, our objective is to build the perfect boot. We do take our time ensuring that every step is done correctly. For a boot to last you for a lifetime, you've got to properly build the boots. Hand craftsmanship is, in my opinion, the only way you're going to achieve that. We handcraft our boots. 160 people take a boot from start to finish. We have skilled artisans at every stage of the game. We've been handcrafting boots since the beginning here at Boot Barn, and we'll continue to do so.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
This fall, be ready for every tailgate, touchdown, and adventure in a perfect car, truck, or SUV from Sid Dillon Chevrolet. Visit us in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo and shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer group. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
If you believe the destination is the journey, you'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. It gives you the confidence of a standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus a 180 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. The 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek. Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue congratulates Nebraska Athletics and student athletes for all their achievements and stands behind you again this season. Go Big Red!
As the world's largest family-owned and operated manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment, Sukup Manufacturing Company has led the way in innovation, offering top-quality products that empower farmers to thrive. Get ready to tackle your agricultural challenges with Sukup, where innovation meets reliability. Visit Sukup.com today to find a dealer near you.
deer weekend. Toyota trucks are raring to go. Gearing up for fall, Tundra is all in for hauling. Campers, ATVs, you know Tundra's got the muscle to move it. Going off the beaten path? Tacoma says, let's do this. With handling that tackles tough trails and the backbone to take you where the pavement can't. Both trucks pack sweet tech, posh cabins, and Toyota's legendary reliability. So whether it's a fishing trip at dawn, tailgate at noon, or a remote sunset at, well, sunset, these trucks are built to make every weekend epic. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, or Village Point Toyota of Omaha.
Welcome back to the Akrs Broadcast Center. I'm Bobby Hessling, and this is the Big Ten Blitz presented by Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers.
This is the Big Ten Blitz.
Here to talk USC is Scott Schrader from WeAreSC.com, a part of On3. USC taking on Iowa this weekend in the Coliseum. Trojans have won back-to-back ball games, setting at a 7-2 record, and taking on a fierce Iowa defense. Scott, how can the Trojans pick apart the Hawkeyes defense with a very explosive offense?
Yeah, you know, I think Iowa may have one of those defenses that you don't necessarily pick apart, but, you know, USC is playing at home, and they do play quite a bit better at home. But I think what it's going to come down to for USC is just managing to hold the run game of Iowa down. I don't think that, you know, Iowa's going to scare USC from a passing game perspective, but, you know, I do think with the offensive line they have and the running game could be a problem for USC. And I think on the other side of the ball, it could be, you know, another interesting game for USC from a running game perspective, because it may be another running back down right now. So, you know, they're going to definitely have to run the ball, especially they're forecasting 100% chance of rain on Saturday. So I think that it's going to come down to the offensive and defensive lines of both programs.
It'll be back-to-back games now for the Hawkeyes, where they've had to play in inclement weather. Last week against Oregon, a very ugly 18-16 game that was in the rain. Could that be an advantage for the Hawkeyes?
I would definitely say if it's going to rain, I would say that probably is an advantage Iowa to a certain extent. You know, USC did struggle at Notre Dame. It didn't rain in the first half of that game, but it did rain, and it rained pretty good in the second half, and the Trojans did struggle. But again, you know, they're playing at home, and I think that kind of negates any advantage that Iowa would have.
But what are the challenges that the Hawkeyes can give to the Trojans?
I think the challenges for USC specifically is just maintaining the quarterback running ball, Gronowski. There's been times where USC has let the quarterbacks run for, you know, nearly 100 yards, and if he's going to be running up in that category in this game against USC, it's going to be a big problem for the Trojans. So I think it's just managing to slow down the run game, and, you know, it's going to come down to that. But you know, it's also the point where USC has been playing pretty well on offense this year. They've really only struggled in one game, and that was Notre Dame. So, you know, I think that 6.5-point favorite heading into this game, I think that seems about right just from my perspective of watching both teams play. But you're right. Iowa's a team that is not going to give you anything. And so USC is going to have to kind of play their cleaner football than they've played in some of the games earlier in the season.
Talk about Makai Lemon real quick. He has been just dominant as a receiver this year, not only in the Big Ten, but also in the country. All of his numbers are some of the best that he's had out of his 3-year career entering his junior season. Just how impressive has his junior season been as a Trojan?
It's been exceptionally impressive. And it's just, it's kind of how a lot of us that watched him play from his early years in high school to now kind of expected it to be for him. And, you know, the thing that's extra impressive about Makai Lemon is if he was playing on the other side of the ball, we'd probably be talking about him in the same fashion as a defensive back. So this is one heck of a football player, a dog. He is the kind of guy that never complains. You know, there were some rough times last year where, you know, there were some transfers, and there were some players that weren't happy about the 7-6 season. And Makai Lemon was one of those guys. You know, you ask him, you know, are you thinking about transferring? And it was always no. Team leader, everybody looks up to him. And just what he's doing on the football field it's fun to watch. And, you know, there's not many guys that his size can go up and play like a big receiver like he can at times.
And obviously as well with, Mekhi Lemon, you mentioned the 7-6 season. How does USC finish strong this year? They still have UCLA left on that schedule. They still have Oregon to play with Iowa this week. The end of the year, not easy whatsoever for a lot of teams, especially the Trojans. How can the Trojans take that extra step in the next couple of weeks and try to punch their ticket to the college football playoff?
Well, I think these next 2 games, they're just going to have to play 2 of their best football games of the season. And that includes limiting the penalties, limiting the turnovers. Every game, it seems like they've had some turnovers that, in some games they got lucky and it wasn't costly. But, against these teams that are very disciplined and play really good football from that perspective, I think it's going to come down to that. You go up to Oregon and you play there, even when Oregon is not, one of the top 5 ranked teams in the nation. I think right now they probably are a top 5 program. It's not an easy place to win at Autzen, just like it's definitely a difficult win at Nebraska as well. So they're going to have to go up there and they're just going to have to play one of their best football games this season. They're going to have to be executing and they're going to have to be disciplined.
Scott, thank you so much for joining us on the Big Ten Blitz. USC and Iowa play at 2:30 on Saturday on the Big Ten Network. Now over to Christopher Sullivan-Diaz to talk Illinois.
Thanks, Bobby. Here to talk about the Illini is Steve Kelly from the Illini Radio Network. The Illini are coming off a 35-13 win over Rutgers, where Luke Altmaier threw for 235 yards and 4 touchdowns, in addition to 88 yards on the ground with another touchdown, leading his team to bowl eligibility. With 3 games left, how do you feel about the potential for the Illini to make a similar run to last season, where they finished 9-3 and a bowl win over the Gamecocks?
I think they got a good chance at that, Chris. They've got, as you mentioned, 3 games left, 2 of them at home. The one Saturday against Maryland, that'll be followed by a road trip to Madison to take on Wisconsin, and then Northwestern at home for the Land of Lincoln Trophy. I would suspect Illinois would be favored in all 3 of those games. They're about a 14-point favorite over Maryland. So I think there's a good chance to match that 9-3 regular season record from last year, and that hasn't happened around here in quite a while.
Illinois hosts Maryland this weekend after a bye week. How do you see this game playing out?
Well, Maryland's coming in having lost 5 in a row. Illinois, as you mentioned, had the win over Rutgers in the most recent game. Illinois had the bye week, their second bye week last week. So I think the Illini are pretty healthy. They've gotten a couple guys who were dinged up, but got them back. You mentioned Luke Altmaier. He's been the offensive story, certainly passed for 2,255 yards so far and 19 touchdowns. And he's moving up a lot of the career quarterback lists at the University of Illinois. He's gone over 2,000 yards passing in 2 straight seasons now. So I think they're feeling pretty good. The question marks have come on defense, although they did play better against Rutgers 2 weeks ago.
The Illini are currently at the bottom of the Big Ten in pass yards allowed per game. How is Illinois going to have to contain a player like Malik Washington, who's passing for 228 yards per game?
Yeah, he's good, but they've been seeing a good quarterback, it seems, every Saturday in Big Ten play, and some of them are alike, some of them are different. Malik Washington, as you mentioned, he's over 2,000 yards passing as well. His completion percentage is not great at 58%, but he's a threat to run as well. Illinois, kind of a surprising stat. All season long, they've only got 2 interceptions as a team. Maryland comes in with 17 interceptions. They've got 3 guys with 3 each. So I think that's been part of the defensive problem for Illinois. They've kind of, in some games, they've bent and not broken. In some games, they've bent and were broken. So we'll see which defense shows up Saturday.
Who has stood out on this Illinois defense?
I would say Gabe Akrs, who is listed as an outside linebacker, although he's in a down position a lot of the times. He leads the team in sacks. He has 6.5 of the 17 Illinois sacks. But they need to apply better pressure on the opposing quarterback. The game at Washington, they just did almost like they weren't trying to get to the quarterback. They were dropping 8 guys in coverage, and Washington chewed that up. So I think the weakness is not being able to get to the quarterback, although they have 24 sacks on the season. But I think they need to not necessarily get the sacks, but put some pressure on the quarterback.
Thank you for joining us, Steve. Illinois and Maryland will kick off Saturday at 2:30 on FS1. Now let's send it over to Camden Cone with Northwestern.
Thanks, Chris. Here to talk about the Wildcats is Louis Vaquer from Wildcat Report. Well, Louis, Northwestern is coming off a 38-17 loss at USC last Friday. They were outscored 17-3 in the final 2 quarters of play as the game slipped away late. What were your takeaways from that game?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I think it did kind of slip away from them. And, some things went against them. I thought they could have kept them in the game a little bit longer. Ultimately, I think USC's got more talent. They were the better team. And, boy, they really are, with Jaden Mayava and Mr. Lemon, the wide receiver there, and Lane as well on the other side. They've got a lot of talent on that team. So Northwestern was up against it to begin with, and they had some things go against them during the game, some questionable decisions, and then you had the fake punt that created the controversy. So it was a tough loss, but they got to move on and try to get one more to get bowl eligible.
Northwestern is now 5-4 and in the midst of a 2-game losing skid. Where do they need to improve in order to win one of their 3 remaining games and become bowl eligible?
Yeah, and I think it starts with those mistakes I was talking about, like especially a couple weeks ago against Nebraska. They had some turnovers. They gave up a kick return touchdown, things like that. And against USC, like I said, I don't think they win that game anyway, but those are the things that have been bothering them. I think to win, they got to play clean. They got to run the football and kind of control the clock and limit possessions. And then the defense has to be a little bit better. I think the last couple weeks, especially, I think according to PFF, they missed 17 tackles in each of the last 2 games, and that's something we didn't really see before. So I think the defense needs to clean things up and get back to the Northwestern defensive football that we're accustomed to seeing.
What has Northwestern been doing well so far this season?
Yeah, I think the running game has really emerged. Caleb Komalafe has really kind of become their bell cow. They lost Cam Porter early in the season, and they were kind of using Komalafe with Joseph Hyman and some other guys and kind of mixing it up. But I think Komalafe is really has become the guy, the number one option for them, and he's run for 100 yards in each of the last 2 weeks, and the offensive line has done a pretty good job getting push up there. So I think they've been good there. And the defense, other than last week, they've been pretty solid all season. They play consistent bend but don't break football, and they're sound fundamentally. They're where they're supposed to be, and they do a pretty good job.
Well, this week, Northwestern hosts the Michigan Wolverines at Wrigley Field in Chicago. How do you see this one playing out, Louie?
Yeah, this one is kind of a tough matchup for Northwestern because they are so similar. Both teams want to run the ball. Both teams have very good defenses. I just think Michigan has a few more horses than Northwestern does. You look at them rushing-wise, I think they're third in the conference. They run for over 220 yards a game, which is better than Northwestern, and their run defense is near the top in the country, too. So it's going to be tough sledding. I think their defense can keep them in the game, but ultimately I think Michigan is probably going to come out of this one with a win.
Michigan and Northwestern will kick off on Saturday at 11 on Fox. Thanks for your time, Louie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
This has been the Big Ten Blitz, presented by Groundworks. My thanks to Bobby Hessling and Christopher Sullivan Diaz for their help, and Scott Schrader, Steve Kelly, and Louis Vaquer for joining us. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. More Sports Nightly coming up after this.
A little more slack. Plug it in.
Whoever said work smarter, not harder, didn't realize you could do both.
Get 0.9% plus $3,250 cash on F-150 or lease F-150 for $499 a month and 0 down.
Returns on the farm are under pressure, with market challenges and environmental hurdles putting every seed to the test. But you have an ace in the hole, Streamline Ag. Designed for every phase of growth and development, Streamline Ag gives your seed what it needs to thrive, from enhanced stand establishment and early emergence to essential nutrition and stress management. Streamline Ag gives your seed the power to reach its full potential. Visit us at streamline-ag.com to learn more.
As the world's largest family-owned and operated manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment, Sukup Manufacturing Company has led the way in innovation, offering top quality products that empower farmers to thrive. Get ready to tackle your agricultural challenges with Sukup, where innovation meets reliability. Visit sukup.com today to find a dealer near you.
If you believe the destination is the journey, you'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. It gives you the confidence of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus a 180 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. The 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek. Visit Duteau Subaru, located at 2750 Jamie Lane in Lincoln, and online at duteausubaru.com. Duteau Subaru, driven by you.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
Returns on the farm are under pressure, with market challenges and environmental hurdles putting every seed to the test. But you have an ace in the hole, Streamline Ag. Designed for every phase of growth and development, Streamline Ag gives your seed what it needs to thrive, from enhanced stand establishment and early emergence to essential nutrition and stress management. Streamline Ag gives your seed the power to reach its full potential. Visit us at streamline-ag.com to learn more.
The Akrs Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Akrs, solutions for every field. Welcome back. Final segment here of hour number one of Sports Nightly. We are the pregame show to the pregame show for Husker volleyball out on the West Coast. Late one tonight in L.A., 9 o'clock. So we'll take you up here with another hour of Sports Nightly coming up and hand things over to John Baylor and Lauren Cook West.
We know it well. It takes a little bit to adjust the body clocks, but that's some good weather out there too.
Yeah.
They're enjoying that. I'm sure JB is walking around and having a good time around the LA area.
I wonder if he packed like shorts and like Hawaiian shirts, you know?
He's got his own shirts, the Hammer of the Grammar. So he's probably doing that.
He does. So yeah, one more hour for us, including our Big 10, and college football picks. Before we do that, though, I did want to announce the chat winners. They play along with us every single week, so we try to pass along how those guys did each and every week. Shout out Jim. Jim in the chat goes 9-1.
Wow.
9-1 last week. So congratulations, Jim is the weekly winner. A lot of guys go 7-3 right there with you. Not to spoil where your standings are, but Bruce, Crypto, Corn, Chad, Dryce, I'll go 7-3. Justin, you're gonna need to pick it up. 2-8. That is bad. I thought I was bad.
That's tough.
Justin, we're gonna need you to improve.
Justin, I've been there. Look, sometimes you just need to pick yourself up, keep moving.
All right. So again, coming up, hour number 2, we'll have the Big 10 / college football picks with Jeremiah Sirles going to rejoin us. So we'll dive into all of that. I did not have a very good week last week. I went completely off the rails. So try to pick it up this week. So full hour of Sports Nightly ahead coming up right after this. Keep it here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Since 1975, Woodhouse has proudly served our customers and communities. From one dealership to over 21 dealerships across Nebraska and Iowa, our promise remains the same. A wide selection of vehicles, trusted service, and financing that fits your life. We believe in honest people, fair prices, and relationships built to last. Because it's not just about the road ahead, it's about traveling it together. Start your journey at woodhouse.com.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it's safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health and find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraskachiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
I got to see my brother get married.
I would have missed my dad's birthday.
Because I wore my seatbelt, I had the privilege of being part of his special day.
I got to go home and see my family again.
Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
I was able to go to my brother's graduation.
I wouldn't have adopted my first pet.
And then it clicked. My seatbelt saved my life. Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
A little more slack. Plug it in.
Whoever said work smarter, not harder, didn't realize you could do both.
Get 0.9% plus $32.50 cash on F-150 or lease F-150 for $499 a month and 0 down.
The Sports Nightly Ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. Now let's check in on some scores in the sports world tonight. We've got some college football cooking as the 4-5 Clemson Tigers are in Louisville looking to upset the 20th ranked Cardinals. That score right now is 3-0 Clemson with 4:35 left in the first quarter. We'll see if they can keep that momentum going. Sticking with the college gridiron, the 6-3 Minnesota Golden Gophers are in Eugene, Oregon to try and upset the 8-1 number 8 ranked Ducks and move to 5-2 in Big Ten play. That game will kick off at 8 p.m. Central later tonight. Taking a look at the hardwood, the 6th-ranked Michigan Wolverines men's basketball team goes head-to-head with the TCU Horned Frogs in Fort Worth. The Wolverines' explosive offense has averaged 103 points through 2 games, and they look to keep it up against a solid TCU defense, only letting up 68.7 through 3 contests. The Sports Ticker was brought to you by the Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, the Retirement Compass. Visit StonebridgeIWM.com. Hour 2 of Sports Nightly coming up next.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who remind you to buckle up and put the phone down.
Lindenmeyer, the motion man, settles in the trips right. Hunter wide left. Snap. Latif back to pass. Loads a screen left. Akers to space. Johnson 45 to midfield. Blockers out in front. 45-40. Left sideline to the 30. Breaks a tackle. Tiptoes the boundary. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Huskers. Oh, that was incredible. Well, there comes the Huskers back middle by Tusudo, block back, great cover by Laney. Left side, Q by Harper Murray off the block and out. Laney rescued that one as the block back was going behind her. She leaped away from the net and punched it to a teammate. 16-10.
Kendall Blue with the ball, leaves his feet, passes across the timeline. Long three, Asijan got it! Man, that was beyond an NBA three.
Williams to initiate, looking, high lob, caught by Bojan, right elbow, pushes it at the basket, it goes in! Off the assist from Kennedy Williams to end the half. Petra's got 5 and the Huskers with a big blowout lead.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by
Akrs,
the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more.
Akrs
solutions for every field. You jumped the gun this time, Sirles.
Hey, I'm just so excited because somebody was a weekly winner last week.
I know. Well, you know what time it is. It is time for our weekly picks here on Sports Nightly's Jeremiah Sirles, Kyle Crooks, Camden Cone, Josh Hilkeman with us here tonight. All right, Sirles, you just said it. You kind of spoiled my shine here, but congratulations. Is this the first time all year you're the weekly winner?
It is. It is the first time all year. So I will take my victory lap. I will let everyone know that I finally did it. I now know ball.
And this might be your first win since like the beginning of last season.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute, but hey, it just makes the comeback that much sweeter. We're climbing our way back to the top. I'm coming for you, Josh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! All right, you still got a ways to go before that. Just beating him by one game a week is not going to catch. You're not going to catch him. All right,
we've got a mountain to climb.
Sirles again, weekly winner, going 8-3. Kyle and Josh. Kyle, you just get 7-4 every single week.
7-4 Merchant. Look, just the mark
Steady.
of consistency. You know, it's one thing to be in first place. That's easy to do, but to be consistent every single week and have a specific record like I do, that's truly what's special.
Camden goes 6-5. I went completely bonkers last week, and I really thought I was going to go 0-4 and end up going 5-6. I was pleasantly surprised. Interns go 4-7, so Josh remains in the lead, 81-44 overall. Camden 6 games back of Josh. Kyle 10 games back from Josh. Sirles 11 games back. I'm in last place, and I'm embracing it. I am embracing it, and I can't wait to see this battle. I feel like the three of us, Josh and Camden, should maybe make a pick on between Kyle and Sirles, who finishes ahead of who.
I said we do an arm wrestling match.
Yeah, that's the tiebreaker.
Do we have a last place punishment?
No, we're not starting that this year just because I'm in last. Okay.
Next year we need to make a last place punishment for next year.
All right, we got to think about it. We got to think about it and come up with a good one going into next year.
We're already getting tattoos if Nebraska makes the playoff.
Sirles is in. Look at him.
100%. Sign me up. I'm so in for that.
That's because you're a tattoo guy. I'm not a tattoo guy. They scare me. Just the thought of a needle. Yeah, I mean, you're all in on tattoos.
He got really excited when you said
that. I'm also very upset of all of your guys' ability to count music. It's not that hard to listen to Whitney Houston and then count a beat and then hit the xylophone. Like, I don't understand. You guys' inability. Jess, yours was atrocious.
I tried to cheat, and it backfired on me. My mom plays the piano and tried to show me what to do so that I could hit it right on the beat because she could. And I totally, once I started counting, it was like way off. It was not how I practiced. So anyways, if people are wondering what I'm talking about, we posted a video on our social media platforms of us trying to do the Whitney Houston challenge where we hit the beat on the long pause. We were not very good. Sirles was out tailgating, so you missed that part of the recording, or else you would have won the challenge, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, well, let's review last week. How about my just fantastic BYU pick over Texas Tech? Listen, Texas Tech they're good, Sirles. I've doubted them. I'm like, you can't buy a team, but they're solid. They're a solid college football playoff pick at this point.
They are very legit. They have those two edge rushers that they have are terrifying. And so if you let Texas Tech get a lead and they let those dudes pin their ears back, it is almost borderline impossible to slow those dudes down when they know it's a pass rush situation.
All right. How about Oregon and Iowa? That one was about just like we thought it was going to be, 18-16, Kyle.
Love it. In the rain, cold, Iowa making mistakes on special teams, punt snaps going wayward. He gave too much time to Dante Moore in the fourth quarter. Credit Iowa with that drive to take the lead, but Dante Moore gets him in field goal range, and to win that game, win an Iowa type of game at Iowa is pretty impressive for Oregon.
Sirles, did you see the Oregon Ducks post on social about Nebraska's corn is better?
Yeah, but I don't know if I trust anyone from Oregon. I don't know. Those people aren't extremely trustworthy, even though I agree with that statement.
I know we didn't pick it, Sirles, but how about Indiana finding a way to beat Penn State?
What a game. What a moment for that guy. I mean, what a moment for that program. That place is going to be – I'm going to say right now, I think they beat Ohio State. I think they are good enough to beat Ohio State.
Wow. All right, well, let's move along and pick this week. So, listen, Sirles, first time picking. How is this going to set the tone for you? First time picking first.
Hey, that's all right. I'm here for it.
All right. Full disclosure, we had to submit our picks before this recording because this game is underway currently. Clemson at number 20, Louisville, but we are on our system here. We promise we already made this pick, submitted it, but we're going to pick it here live on the air. But Louisville is a 2.5-point favorite, and Sirles, start us off.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Clemson looked better last week. Still not super impressed with them. I am impressed with Louisville's offense and now the way they've been able to put points up the last few weeks. So at Louisville, again, a Thursday night game coming off a short week. Give me the Cards.
Josh?
Yeah, I don't want to pick Clemson, even though they got me a point last week. So I'm not going to. I'll take Louisville.
All right, I'll do it. Even though they've been so not a very good partner this year. They've either won or lost. Either way, it's so up and down with them. But I'll pick Clemson to go on the road.
She's on a full spiral, Sirles.
Yeah.
She started early this week.
Hey, at least Clemson, this is only 2.5-point spread.
Yeah,
I was picking teams last week that had double-digit favorites against double-digit favorites. So, Camden, who you got?
I can't choose Clemson. I did choose them last week, and that was fine and dandy, but Louisville.
I don't think there's any way that you could pick Clemson. No offense. Now, me saying that, I would guarantee Clemson wins by 2 touchdowns tonight, but give me Louisville.
All right. Arizona at Cincinnati, 11 a.m. on FS1. Cincinnati is a 6.5-point favorite. Josh.
Well, I've picked Cincinnati at almost every opportunity so far this season, and it's worked out well for me, so I'm doing that again here.
Cincinnati's been good at home, so I'll roll with the Cincinnati at home and getting back in the win column.
Yep, I'll take Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. I think for me, this is probably, a 10-point game when it's all said and done. Give me Cincy.
Sirles, you going against us?
Clean sweep. Nope, clean sweep it. Give me the Bearcats.
All right. Arkansas at LSU, 11:45 on the SEC network. That's a weird kickoff time, 11:45. LSU is a 5.5-point favorite. No goody. I get to pick first on this one. Two train wrecks colliding once again. I don't know.
It's not a night game, just to be clear.
I know it.
Two interim head coaches going at it.
Not a night game. I don't know. Give me LSU. Camden?
Yeah, I don't like either of the teams. They're both not looking great, but LSU probably has more talent. So
I think it just goes to a talent thing for me in this matchup. LSU is just the better team. Both teams are going through the same situation with their coaches, so LSU.
Charles?
I'm going to go Arkansas here. I think, you benched Garrett Nussberger last week, and you've got all Nussmeier, excuse me.
They had a quarterback. Was it Zach Musburger, or was it
Musburger?
No, I don't think it was Musburger. I think I'm thinking Brent Musburger. Zach something burger.
What is going on?
The guy who's obsessed with the Alabama quarterback's wife. No, but anyways, give me Arkansas. LSU's really.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Sirles, you picked Arkansas?
Yes.
Okay.
He did. All that to say. Well, I added this game to picks because both teams have fired their head coaches. Makes it harder to kind of pick and predict, but I think Arkansas, they're both dumpster fires, but like you guys said, LSU I think just has more talent, so I'm going LSU.
Sirles swimming upstream. Number 21, Iowa at number 17, USC, 2:30 on the Big Ten Network. USC, a 6.5-point favorite. Camden, you get to pick first on this one.
Yeah, this was one of the trickier games on the schedule for us. Now, I have it as a toss-up, but I think I'm going to go Iowa. I think Iowa gets it done on the road. It's supposed to be another rainy game in L.A., and they just played in a rainy game, and I'm not sure that the run game for USC really suits them against this Iowa defense.
Okay.
It's interesting because I guess each school has to be on the Big Ten Network a certain amount of times. This isn't the CBS game, and that Michigan State, Penn State's the CBS game. That's got to be some sort of contract thing. For me, I'm going to go USC. I think Maiyava is the difference in this game. I think they just outscore Iowa when it's all said and done.
Sirles?
Yeah, I'm going to go USC as well. I mean, for 3.5 quarters, Mark Gronowski was allergic to the forward pass. Like, they just refused to let him do it. And so the quarterback situation's night and day different there. And I think that Iowa's the tougher team, but USC has better athletes. And out there, LA's not Iowa City. I think that USC gets it done.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If this game was at Iowa, I think I would lean toward picking the Hawkeyes, but it's not. So I've got USC in this one.
Camden, you're swimming upstream. I've got the Trojans. Penn State at Michigan State, 2:30 on CBS. Penn State is a 7.5-point favorite. Kyle, we were talking about this after this one. Is Penn State going to be able to bounce back after the heartbreaking loss to Indiana?
This will tell me a lot about what they have coming for Nebraska next week. This is a combined 0-12 in the Big Ten. I think Jonathan Smith might be coaching his last game at Michigan State. Ooh, Michigan State at home. Still give me, I guess, the better dudes, Penn State.
Sirles?
Oh, man, I don't know what to make of this Penn State team. Like, they have fight, they have talent, but can they just keep taking body blow after body blow after body blow? I'm going to go Michigan State at home to maybe give Smith one more game to coach. And I mean, it's probably senior day for Michigan State, right? So they'll have a little bit of extra fight going there. I'll take Sparty.
Yeah, I would be more likely to be influenced to see a huge letdown by Penn State if they weren't going against another terrible team in Michigan State. So neither team's in a very good place, but I think Penn State just is going to have more talent on the field. So give me the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, they just keep fighting. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to go with Penn State, and I don't feel good about it. I want to go with you, Sirles, but I just do not, so I'll go with Penn State.
I'm sorry, but I think if you're a Nebraska fan, you want to root for Michigan State, right? Because you want it. That would be the knockout punch.
Yeah,
would it
because
not?
you're still can be bowl eligible for Penn State if they win out. So
Yeah.
they have to win this one and Nebraska and the last one to be able to get
Yeah.
to bowl eligible.
Sorry, Camden.
Oh, good. I'm going Penn State.
All right.
Not a Nebraska fan.
All right, this is an intriguing matchup here. Number 19, Virginia at Duke, 2:30 on ESPN2. Duke is a 5.5-point favorite. Sirles, you're back up first.
I don't understand the favorite. Virginia's looked fantastic. I thought Virginia has looked like a playoff team. I know they lost last week, but from a totality standpoint, they've been really fun to watch. I feel like they've got good athletes. The quarterback position's in a solid spot. I like Virginia in the upset.
I was with you on that thought, Sirles, with it being, I was surprised when I saw what the spread was. I would have figured it would have been more like a 1.5 point or pick 'em type of game. But I've done well picking Duke this year, so I'm going to go with the Blue Devils.
Their offense is prolific. They don't really stop people, but they can score. So and at home, give me Duke. I
Yeah.
probably will regret it, but Camden?
Well, last week, Virginia's quarterback was knocked out with an injury, so that's why I think they lost that game. But then, so he's kind of questionable for this weekend. So I think I'm going to go with Duke. He might play, but I'll still choose Duke.
Yeah, I think Chandler Morris, right, is the one who's questionable for this game. I think there's a chance he plays. It's a head injury, I think, that he had against Wake Forest, so that puts it up in the air. So give me Duke just with that lingering.
All right.
Not do my research on that one. That one might come back to cost me. I thought he was back. Nope, that one might hurt.
All right. Top 15 matchup. Number 11, OU at number 4, Alabama. Bama is a 6.5-point favorite.
Get the bell.
2:30 on ABC. I'm not picking first. Josh, you're
I am
good to
picking
pick
first. Yeah, I would very much love to pick Oklahoma here. But yeah, I just can't quite bring myself to do it.
That's a shame.
Roll Tide.
All right. Everybody's looking at me.
Get the bell.
Go ahead. Ding it. Ding it. They're fighting to get in that
That's right, we
get into the
can't
college
hear
football playoff rankings. They're right outside. I know Bama's been rolling, but give me the Sooners to pull another one on the road. I'm going to regret that pick. Camden.
I think I'm going to go with you, though.
Whoa.
I need to make up some ground. Alabama only beat LSU 20-9. So, I mean, it's not like they killed them. So, I'll go Oklahoma.
Alabama for me. Ty Simpson has a big day. Absolutely makes Jessica Coody cry on Saturday. She's going to weep.
Sirles?
I'm with you, Kyle. I think Bama.
You think Jess going to cry too? I think so too.
I'm not going to cry.
She might. As she sings Boomer Sooner. Give me Bama. Give me Bama. Roll Tide.
All right. Another top 10 matchup. Texas at number 5, Georgia, 6:30 on ABC. And lucky me, I get to pick first. Look, I think Georgia's been shaky. I'm gonna hook them. I'm gonna go OU and Texas. How about that? How about that? Give me Texas, Camden.
I don't think I can go out on a limb again, so I'll choose Georgia at home because that seems like the safer pick.
Kyle.
What's that commercial when the guy barks at his boss? Ho, ho, ho. Look at the dogs.
Yeah. I'm still the crown and kill of Manning, and right now I'm killing him. So give me Georgia.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead, Josh.
I could see Texas winning, but I'm never going to pick them. So give me Georgia.
I'll swim upstream. All right. TCU at BYU Saturday night, 9:15. BYU only a 3.5-point favorite going into this one. Camden, you're up first.
Yeah, I don't know why it's 3.5, so hopefully I'm not missing something like Sirles was earlier. BYU at night, at home, tough place to play. Go Cougs.
Or Kyle?
Yeah, I think TCU, they actually have to walk to the game. So that's we didn't. I did my research, so that's something that actually you did know before you picked. Give me BYU at home. Give me the Cougs.
Sirles.
Yeah, I mean, just BYU at home. I mean, that's just such a unique place to play, and everyone that goes in there seems to struggle with the environment. So I'm strictly taking off environment alone.
Yeah, the spread has actually opened quite a bit bigger than this, but has come down. So, which is surprising to me. I still think BYU wins though. This is your chance.
They kind of burnt me a little bit last week. Am I a woman scorned?
Is this the Horned Frogs? stupid little symbol or whatever it is?
This.
Is it two of them?
Yeah, it's like this.
Don't do that with your fingers, Sirles. We don't know which way they're going.
All right,
fair point.
I can't do it. I want to, but I can't. Give me BYU again. They better bounce back, or else I might be done with them too. All right, Boise State at San Diego State, 9:30 on CBS Sports Network. 2.5-point favorite for San Diego State. Kyle, you're first.
I couldn't tell you about the first thing of any game that airs on the CBS Sports Network. So with that, I'll go with Boise State.
Sirles?
Boise State's looked really shaky this year. They're not the powerhouse that we all remember them to be. So I'm going to go San Diego State as well.
Well, both teams are actually coming off losses. Boise, just looking at their schedules, Boise's played maybe a little bit stronger schedule. So I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Listen, I actually looked up. This is the one game I looked up, and the quarterback for Boise State is out.
I didn't see that. I did see that.
So, give me San Diego State. I'm with you, Sirles.
They're going to run the ball. Run.
I'll take
they still have Ashton Genty, right?
They should, right?
For the Raiders now, Kyle.
I'll take San Diego State.
All righty. And that's it, right?
No Husker question.
I think this is one of our best weeks, to be honest with you, for everybody involved.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
10-0 for me.
Question?
No Husker question.
Husker basketball question?
Will the Huskers win?
Oh, they're playing Oklahoma.
Will the Huskers not lose this week?
Volleyball, men's and women's basketball?
Football. Football. We all get an easy point.
Everyone has to decide who's
point.
the starting quarterback for 2026 right now.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Get a bonus point toward the start of next season.
Our college football picks are brought to you by Choices Treatment Center. If you or someone you know is struggling with problem gambling, free treatment is available in Nebraska. Call Choices 24-hour helpline 402-476-2300 for more information. And those offices are where, Sirles?
They're located in Lincoln and Columbus.
All right, and Sirles, Kyle also, Sirles wants to know if you want to go deer hunting with him this weekend.
That's a big fat no on that one there, Chief. I'm
It's
out.
70 degrees outside.
70 degrees.
I was getting off the plane, by the way.
Oh, that was tough. I was bracing for that for days. The feels like temperature was 10. I packed a coat just for that walk to the car.
He's next for Iowa. He's bringing up the beer.
Yeah, I think he'll bring that too.
The bear meat and the elk meat for us.
Ugh.
Yep, I'll be there.
He almost like lost it when he saw raw salmon. So I don't know how well he's going to handle your.
I don't eat sushi, and you want me to eat these
elk
animals?
and
elk.
I don't understand.
What was the bear you were comparing it to?
Bear?
The bear when you were saying Winnie the Pooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's ready to eat
Winnie the Pooh is a really. I mean, Bambi. Have you seen Bambi?
Oh, Bambi's delicious. Okay, until you try Bambi, I don't want to hear it.
Bambi, all these children's books. Sirles is out here just having a good time. All right.
All right. What time does he need to be there, Sirles, to go deer hunting this weekend?
Yeah, so we'll be in the blind by 5:30. First shooting lights at 6:30, and hopefully something on the ground by 7. Kyle.
Yeah, I will.
Kyle will be there.
I will be in another dimension, sleeping at that point in time.
That's fair. That is fair.
All right, good stuff. We'll talk to you again next week, Sirles. So we'll step aside for a break for the show coming up after this.
A little more slack.
Plug it in.
Whoever said work smarter, not harder, didn't realize you could do both.
Get 0.9% plus $3,250 cash on F-150 or lease F-150 for $499 a month and 0 down.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
At Central Valley Ag, starting calves strong means setting up your success. Purina Stress Care 5 with RX3 immune support technology is now available. Help your herd thrive with proven performance you can count on. Right now, when you buy 2 tons or more, you'll get a free mug, limit 1 per purchaser. Start them strong. Harness the benefits. Learn more at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
From the chant of Husker Power to Allo Fiber powering your home and Husker Nation, Allo is the teammate you can trust. Whether you're streaming at home with Allo Internet, watching on the go with DirecTV through Allo, or checking stats and scores on Allo Mobile, Allo keeps you in the game. With Allo plus DirecTV plus Allo Mobile, you get the ultimate teamwork. Internet you can count on, TV you can stream anytime, anywhere, and nationwide coverage you can depend on. Bench the other guys and team up with the official Internet, TV, and mobile partner of the Huskers.
At Woodhouse, it's more than just buying a car. It's about the experience. Our team is dedicated to making every visit seamless, enjoyable, and personalized to your needs. Explore a wide selection of vehicles, from SUVs and sedans to trucks and luxury models, all backed by expert guidance and exceptional service. Whether it's your first car or your next upgrade, discover why generations of drivers trust Woodhouse for a truly memorable experience. Visit us at woodhouse.com today.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
If you believe the destination is the journey, you'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. It gives you the confidence of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus a 180 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. The 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek. Visit Duteau Subaru, located at 2750 Jamie Lane in Lincoln, and online at duteausubaru.com. Duteau Subaru, driven by you.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your basement and damaging your home. Mold, cracks, and of course visible water are just a few signs your basement is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at groundworks.com. License number C142293.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
Since 1975, Woodhouse has proudly served our customers and communities. From one dealership to over 21 dealerships across Nebraska and Iowa, our promise remains the same. A wide selection of vehicles, trusted service, and financing that fits your life. We believe in honest people, fair prices, and relationships built to last. Because it's not just about the road ahead, it's about traveling it together. Start your journey at woodhouse.com.
Welcome back to Sports Nightly. Wow, always a good time for those college football picks.
Yeah, it's a great group. Look, I just know I'm getting better week by week. Momentum's a real thing.
I mean, you've been at 7-4.
Yeah,
you can't say you're getting better because you've stayed at 7-4 for 4 weeks.
Consistent is better.
You got better from the beginning of the week, a year, and I've gone down, but you haven't continued to improve.
Camden, Josh, you can chime in if you like. Jess is writing the book on hater. She's a legitimate hater right now. Look,
no,
I know you're angry. I know things aren't going well right now for you in the picks, and you're just struggling. You're throwing teams out there that don't even have a prayer, and it shouldn't even be on the picks. And I see what you're doing. Look, it's fine. People hate consistency.
You know what? It's trying to have a little fun with it, but there's a little bit of a rivalry that's going on between you and the big dog, which
he's a game back too, which I don't like. He's too close.
Enjoying watching this thing unfold, like that's almost more enjoyable for me than you and me being a part of it, because it's like
that's the game within the game.
You talk trash about him, and then he talks trash about you, and then it's like
just not to his face though. Let's get that clear.
No, definitely
Josh
not.
Josh is in his own orbit. Camden, they're in their own orbit right now when it comes to the records. But me and Sirles, I have to beat Sirles. I have to beat Sirles because his main thing was the newcomer can't come in here and push people around. And, well, you know what, big dog? The new guy's going to push you around.
You know, we still have, even though there's only, 3 more weeks of the regular season, we still have all the bowl picks, which get wild because of all the
bowls
opt-outs.
count with our picks.
We do bowl picks. We do the college football playoff, which will be longer this year. So there's still a long ways to go. So I'd be careful before you start tooting your own horn, because you're still got a long ways to go before you're pulling ahead of the big dog.
I'm tooting. Let me toot.
Toot, toot.
I'm a tutor.
Okay. All right. We need your help, Husker fans. Nebraska is competing against other Big Ten schools in the Abbott We Give Blood Challenge. Nebraska, and it's time to defend our title. Nebraska won it last year. You can donate towards Nebraska anytime, any-place, anywhere. Just find a donation center near you and log it on big10.org/Abbott to help the Huskers win $1 million towards their school. Every donation counts. Let's show the Big Ten the power of Husker Nation. Again, big10.org/ABBOTT. And it was a fantastic turnout at the blood drive today. Again, those real-time results on the leaderboard still just a little bit behind. And I do think maybe once they count the rest of the day, maybe Nebraska could potentially take the lead. But it's still close. And so you need to keep giving and log in those donations for Nebraska. You can do it anywhere. Again, just log those on big10.org/Abbott. But as of right now, Wisconsin's still with a very, very, very small margin of lead, and there's still, I think, 3 weeks left of this thing, so need to continue to push, Husker fans.
Whether it's Twitter polls or giving blood, Nebraska does not lose. So the turnout today was great here at Memorial Stadium. Saw a lot of people walking around today that were giving blood, and it's just sort of as I've learned, it's in the nature of people that live in this state. They want to give and they want to help out, and certainly this school is in a really good spot when it comes to some of the good-natured people that root for that logo. So it was good to see the great turnout today.
Listen, and we talked earlier about the Heisman poll and how Emmett went basically from not even on the leaderboard to second. And Husker fans, when they are challenged with something, boy, they rise to the occasion. So we've got 3 weeks, 3 or so. It's December 5th is the last day. So we've got a push here, and it's obviously for a great cause, too. I mean, we were talking about the battle and the competition, but as we heard from the Nebraska Community Blood Bank, they need more blood everywhere. And so that's kind of the part behind it is, yes, you want to win the competition, but you also want to help contribute to that blood supply, which is really, really important.
Yeah, it's very important, and we've been talking about it the last couple weeks, and had a guest on as well to talk about it. But it's an important cause that Nebraska is all in on, and the Huskers Athletics is all in on. So. Really cool, and we'll see what those numbers look like come tomorrow, whenever they get announced. So I'm sure Nebraska will be in first place. There's no doubt in my mind.
It's so we've talked a lot about football and the bye week, and only 2 more games left. It's hard to believe how fast the season gone for you.
Oh.
It feels like we just hired you.
Yeah, I know. I'm still here. You didn't chase me either, so that's a good thing. And no, it's moved quick. To think that we're already in November and moving along to we're in bowl talk and college football playoff talk. And I think some of the big discussions that are around us now is like, okay, where are we going to be for a bowl game? Are we going to be in sunny Florida? Are we going to be in Detroit? Are we going to be in Vegas? So the more that you win, say if Nebraska finds a way, I think I'll be tuned in. I'll be locked into Penn State, Michigan State. It's a combined 0-12 in the Big Ten, but that'll tell me a lot about where Penn State is. And if they lose that game to Michigan State, I don't know if they're going to have a whole lot left in the tank for when Nebraska comes in, right? So for me, I'll be rooting hard for Michigan State in that game to see, and just observant of, what does Penn State have left here in the season where they have not won a Big Ten game?
I like that, again, with the expanded playoff and the fact that you can drop games early and still be right there in the conversation. There's still a lot to find out right now across college football and a big weekend ahead, but there's still it's not like the bracket is completely set right now. There still could be a lot of movement that takes place.
Yeah. The latest rankings came out as well. So Ohio State was still 1, Indiana 2, A&M 3. That's and Alabama 4, Georgia 5. That's probably what you expect. The top, unless something changes. I don't. If something radical happens, I don't necessarily think that those 5, whatever order those guys are in, I think that's probably going to be your 5 best teams heading in. Texas Tech, of course, made a statement. You have Ole Miss, Oregon, Notre Dame, Texas, Oklahoma, and BYU. That's your top 12. And then you have some of those fringe teams. I think even a group like USC, they're playing for their playoff lives this weekend. What is it? Is it Iowa? Iowa this weekend for USC?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head. So that's and they'll have them in LA.
We just picked that game.
We did. I don't have a great memory, Jess. But USC can very well, Michigan can very well be in that conversation. And then through trickle-down domino effect, if more Big Ten teams get in, that helps Nebraska in terms of moving up in a bowl slot in a better bowl game. So more Big Ten teams, the better.
You brought up this point, too. We talked about it last year. With the way that the bowl is and the bowl setup, if you win 8 wins, you can go up to 9. And if you're at 7, you can go up to 8. And there's, again, the more that the Big Ten teams, how it shakes out, you could potentially wind up in a really good bowl game, especially given that there's a lot of bowl games that want Nebraska to be playing in their bowl game.
Yeah, I think the Florida, the Tampa game, I think ReliaQuest is a bowl that could be in play if you win one of the next 2. And, I was talking to some people around the program, and, Iowa could be, winner of that one, maybe gets an opportunity to play a bowl game in Florida, depending on how things shake out. So I know Coach Rule, and he was asked about it in his press conference, probably prefers to play in Florida because it's an area you want to recruit. There's some Florida guys.
And obviously, it's paying off for them now.
Yeah, whether it's Vegas or, California's a hotbed, but you want an opportunity. If you could play a bowl game in Tampa and showcase that 80% of the stadium that's full is Husker fans, that could go a long way too. So I think that would be huge in recruiting. If you can get an opportunity to play in one of those bowl games in Florida, I think would be big. But I'm really pumped up to see how this thing shakes out. Like a team like Vanderbilt or Miami, can they find themselves into that conversation of the playoff here? They're very much within striking distance.
All right, get us step aside for a break. When we come back, 2 big matchups for Nebraska basketball teams. And in the Pentagon, great environment ahead. So Saturday, Sunday, we're going to talk a little bit about that and get you set for that matchup, or those 2 matchups. I know first time hitting the road for both these teams, so a lot to look forward to here this weekend for Husker Hoops. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
At Woodhouse, it's more than just buying a car. It's about the experience. Our team is dedicated to making every visit seamless, enjoyable, and personalized to your needs. Explore a wide selection of vehicles, from SUVs and sedans to trucks and luxury models, all backed by expert guidance and exceptional service. Whether it's your first car or your next upgrade, discover why generations of drivers trust Woodhouse for a truly memorable experience. Visit us at woodhouse.com today.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to goodrx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first, before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Here at Boot Barn, our objective is to build the perfect boot. We do take our time ensuring that every step is done correctly. For a boot to last you for a lifetime, you've got to properly build the boots. Hand craftsmanship is, in my opinion, the only way you're going to achieve that. We handcraft our boots. 160 people take a boot from start to finish. We have skilled artisans at every stage of the game. We've been handcrafting boots since the beginning here at Boot Barn, and we'll continue to do so.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
For almost 50 years, Sid Dillon Buick GMC Cadillac in Fremont has been more than just a dealership. We're a family dedicated to serving yours. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Buick GMC dealer for the new car, truck, or SUV to fit your needs. We're also your GMC Business Elite dealer for commercial vehicles. Visit us at SidDillonBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Drives us, Sid Dillon.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
If you believe the destination is the journey, you'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. It gives you the confidence of a standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus a 180 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. The 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek. Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue congratulates Nebraska Athletics and student athletes for all their achievements and stands behind you again this season. Go Big Red!
As the world's largest family-owned and operated manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment, Sukup Manufacturing Company has led the way in innovation, offering top-quality products that empower farmers to thrive. Get ready to tackle your agricultural challenges with Sukup, where innovation meets reliability. Visit sukup.com today to find a dealer near you.
Dear weekend, Toyota trucks are raring to go. Gearing up for fall, Tundra is all in for hauling. campers, ATVs. You know Tundra's got the muscle to move it. Going off the beaten path? Tacoma says, let's do this. With handling that tackles tough trails and the backbone to take you where the pavement can't. Both trucks pack sweet tech, posh cabins, and Toyota's legendary reliability. So whether it's a fishing trip at dawn, tailgate at noon, or a remote sunset at, well, sunset, these trucks are built to make every weekend epic. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, or Village Point Toyota of Omaha.
The Akrs Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Akrs, solutions for every field. A couple more segments left for us here tonight before we will hand things over to John Baylor and Lauren Cook-West for the pregame show leading up to first serve for Husker volleyball taking on UCLA at 9 o'clock. Again, pregame show coming up at 8 o'clock Central Time. So you're going to get some coffee ready to go to watch this matchup?
Yeah, I'll get a little
Get a bubbler.
espresso.
We finally got our bubbler restocked. You can
I love
take
that.
one of those
There's
to go.
a whole story that goes behind why it wasn't stocked
You were
previous.
so against those, and now all of a sudden we've converted
I
you.
buy them now. I buy
You
them
bought
on my
me one
own
for
now.
my birthday.
That's right. I buy them, and so because I don't. Coffee is a different sort of caffeine for me. It's a little bit cleaner of a caffeine, so I like it. It gives me a little jolt. I usually have one around like 4 o'clock every day. That's your sweet spot, is it not? Or is it 2? 2 in the afternoon, you told me, is like your sweet spot time.
Yeah, usually.
Don't call Jess before 8 a.m. We know that. And you can talk to her at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's...
Other than those 2 times.
You know, I'm not like a crabby morning person, except for if you wake me up, you know. But once I'm up, I'm in a good mood. But if I'm not up, like that...
Does Sunny wake you up often?
No, she will sleep till I get up.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, she'll sleep. She's like a teenager. She'll sleep.
But does she know
noon.
exactly when you wake up and then
Sometimes
Sunny
she's
pops
looking at me
up?
like, why the heck are you getting up right now? Like when I get up early, like before 7, she's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Go
Where's
back to
Sunny
bed.
today? Did you went for a walk this morning with Sunny? You have another walk tonight?
We're gonna have a good weekend. I told her that because
good.
Being that I know football, we're gonna spend a lot of time together. She's gonna be sick of me, ready to go back on the road. But all right, so mentioned a couple big matchups for Nebraska basketball teams going to the Pentagon, and while it's gonna be probably a pro Husker crowd for both of the matchups, it's still the first time that you're going on the road. You're going through that kind of process of getting yourself ready to go sleeping in a hotel, and so the first kind of road trip. And for Nebraska men's basketball, Oklahoma coming up tomorrow. 5 o'clock pregame show, 6 o'clock first tip. And, Oklahoma was an NCAA tournament team last year. So good matchup here. One of the first really true tests for this team out of the gate. And the next 3 we're gonna learn a lot about this team.
I think I saw today Andy Katz, who follows the Big Ten pretty closely, works for the Big Ten Network, put out his list of some of the top Big Ten players so far this season. Rick Mass was number 1 on that list. I think these next 3 games, you can only tell so much with West Georgia, with FIU and Maryland Eastern Shore. Now you're going to go up in competition against a team, like you said, that is a tournament team, tournament quality, playing in one of the best conferences in the country in Oklahoma. And then you go to Kansas City. That's Thursday and Friday of next week. And those are 2 games right there that are going to tell you a whole lot, whether it's New Mexico or Kansas State or Mississippi State. It's kind of dependent on how results go, who you'll play in that second game. And then you play 2 more opponents that you should be able to handle in Winthrop and USC Upstate. And then it's the big game against Creighton, which I'm looking forward to at PBA. That should be really an awesome game. And Creighton got beat up pretty good the other night against Gonzaga. So we'll see where Creighton is situated when they come to PBA.
All right, got to get to a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
A little more slack.
Plug it in.
Whoever said work smarter, not harder, didn't realize you could do both.
Not 0.9% plus $3,250 cash on F-150 or lease F-150 for $499 a month and 0 down.
Returns on the farm are under pressure, with market challenges and environmental hurdles putting every seed to the test. But you have an ace in the hole. Streamline Ag. Designed for every phase of growth and development, Streamline Ag gives your seed what it needs to thrive, from enhanced stand establishment and early emergence to essential nutrition and stress management. Streamline Ag gives your seed the power to reach its full potential. Visit us at streamline-ag.com to learn more.
As the world's largest family-owned and operated manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment, Sukup Manufacturing Company has led the way in innovation, offering top-quality products that empower farmers to thrive. Get ready to tackle your agricultural challenges with Sukup, where innovation meets reliability. Visit sukup.com today to find a dealer near you.
If you believe the destination is the journey, you'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. It gives you the confidence of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus a 180 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. The 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek. Visit Duteau Subaru, located at 2750 Jamie Lane in Lincoln, and online at duteausubaru.com. Duteau Subaru, driven by you.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
Returns on the farm are under pressure, with market challenges and environmental hurdles putting every seed to the test. But you have an ace in the hole. Streamline Ag. Designed for every phase of growth and development, Streamline Ag gives your seed what it needs to thrive, from enhanced stand establishment and early emergence to essential nutrition and stress management. Streamline Ag gives your seed the power to reach its full potential. Visit us at streamline-ag.com to learn more.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Final minute for us here on this Friday night edition. We will hand things over to John Cook and Lauren Cook West for the pregame show leading up to First Serve with UCLA coming up at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock pregame show. Women's hoops also in action coming up on Sunday, at noon against North Dakota State in the Pentagon. 11:30 pregame show with Matt Coatney and Jeff Greesh. And same thing for Husker women's basketball. And we heard from Amy Williams last night talking about this is another good opportunity for them as well.
Yeah, keep it rolling. Played really well against Creighton on your home floor, but again, a chance to get away and play a really good North Dakota State team. So we'll see what they have this weekend.
All right, that's going to do it for us. We'll be back on Monday, full 2 hours of Sports Nightly, and it's back to game week leading up to kickoff with Penn State. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you Monday, Husker Nation.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Since 1975, Woodhouse has proudly served our customers and communities. From one dealership to over 21 dealerships across Nebraska and Iowa, our promise remains the same. A wide selection of vehicles, trusted service, and financing that fits your life. We believe in honest people, fair prices, and relationships built to last. Because it's not just about